everyone. Welcome to another episode of You the Mom podcast. I'm Janice of Mommy Mundo.
And I'm Kit Malvar Llamas. I'm Mommy Mundo's Community Program Director, and I'm also the first Filipina certified under Conscious Parenting with Dr. Shafali Chabari's Coaching Institute. And also the director of Camp Explore.
Yay!
Hi, Janice!
Nice to have you back on You the Mom. It's been a while since our last episode. Time flew by and it's been really busy. I know you've been busy with your Camp Explore and Habit Edge
yes.
tops.
Yes.
How has it been?
It's been great. We work with families, so different age groups, and then the parents also. And you really see that transition, diba? Parang as we're still in the pandemic, and then how the families are also evolving through this, pandemic. Well, there's still the kids can't go out yet. It's still limited places where children are allowed to be. So parents are beginning to be really more creative on how they can bond with their children, and then how they can also the children, since some went back to school now, is going back to school now, but the others also they just started their summer. So also it's the first summer that they came from regular school, and then how will they, like, they don't want then also to be online the whole time because they want to have a break as well. Being in this online learning is not a novelty anymore. Kasi nung start, di ba, it's still novelty. Parang people are still, learning the platform. But now also they had 1 year of school online. So they also want a break. So parents are really getting, pushed to be so creative in their with their bonding moments with their children.
Yeah. I think I've seen a lot of testimonials about the Camp Explore programs that you do. And now that you also have parents involved in it, it's one way to learn about connecting with your children. In a way, the kids are evolving, and then the parents are given an insight and also tools on how to connect with the kids' growth, right? And nurture that growth at home, then it's exponential. Like we can even maximize the lessons that they learn in your workshop because it's being supported at home as well. So congrats on that. And you're right. I think after 1 year of online learning, it's become a way of life in a way. So remember our Into the Mom Mind survey results, there were actually data about bonding.
Yes.
I think there was one insight there wherein we realized that technology or gadgets are actually now used as a bonding tool. I think pre-pandemic, parang enemy yung gadgets, di ba? Parang they're on their gadgets too much or they're on the iPad too much. How do I wean them or how do I control their gadget time? But now that they are on their gadgets for most part of the day because of school, it's become more of a learning tool. It's more maximized as a learning and bonding tool.
Yes. Our relationship with our gadgets, we need to befriend it. Yeah. It's like it's not an enemy anymore. And it's more of like, how can you leverage on it? So it's a lot also about self-regulation also. So, we get to appreciate it because now we can reach more people also. Like, well, my daughter has friends. Her friends are not limited to like here in the Philippines. So she has friends na in the UK, and then she's very aware of time zone already, parang she'll make paalam, of course, like, can I sleep later? I'll take a nap, but I'll stay on a little bit later because I want to talk to my friends in a different time. So you get to negotiate also. So the classroom talaga now is like, and their social circles are beyond the four walls, literally four walls of
Ooh.
the classroom. So there's no border anymore. And that's education, diba? That's the real
Yeah.
celebration of diversity. And that
Right.
they can't learn in books. They
Yes,
can't,
correct. The
yeah.
socialization is also, it's actually limited in a way because it's a two-dimensional, one-dimensional, two-dimensional, no?
Yes.
But it's more extensive, like it's a wider reach. So there's a plus side too. So
Yeah.
in terms of gadgets, I love that. Befriend our gadgets. So maybe we can start off talking about bonding, which is a topic for today,
Yes.
and how we can use technology as a way to bond with our
Yeah.
kids. Because there is a thin line between um, using it too much
Yes.
and the connection gets affected, or really maximizing its use.
Yeah.
So
Well,
how do we maximize its use?
yeah. So number one, of course, there's no substitute to personal connection. So the parent and the child needs to have offline time also. The gadget is an extension or like a supplement, but it has to start with an online connect. I mean, face-to-face connection, friend, personal connection, and then
Right.
to supplement it, then we use the gadget because there's nothing. Of course, there's nothing can replace personal, emotional connection also. So it's just a
Yeah.
tool. The gadget is just a tool. When you have that, then you can use like for example for us in the family also. Um we need to, as you said, parang learning tool. Now since the kids are summer and then there's so many things you can learn online, di ba? Parang
Yeah.
so uh and they like reading also. So we said, what is a goal? So you form a common goal also with your children that they
Nice.
set it together with you. So you co-create like a goal together. So at the start of the summer, since they enjoy reading also, I said, why don't we take up, because she was requesting for more books to buy. And I'm like,
Mm.
wait, of course you want to encourage her, pero there's still books that you haven't read, di ba?
Yeah.
So, so
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
there's so much books you haven't read. So I said, why not let's practice or let's learn the skill of speed reading. And then
Mm.
so we decided, I went online and then I saw Jim Quick has a program on speed reading. So we decided every 8:30 in the morning, we're going to have we're gonna learn together. So we all chose a book. So from 8:30, kahit 30 minutes lang, it can be
Yeah.
too long also kasi syempre they want to be on their own. So
Yeah.
maximum. And then at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, parang you really very intentionally set time with them. At 5 in the afternoon naman, parang there's another program that I parang they wanted to learn also. So I said, okay, let's make it also from 5 to 5:30 in the afternoon. So that can be our bonding time also. Parang you're learning,
Cool.
using it
Is that
as,
on the laptop, Kit? They're all on the laptop.
yeah. So we just project it on the
Yeah, the big screen.
at the big screen, para we're just using one laptop. And then you get to really see how they're different also the way their learning style.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you get to know, ganito pala sila in school. You can really see the difference. One is really very serious. The other one, multitasking talaga, parang, she's doing something else. But she's also, focused. So you can't really judge. So you're getting to
Yeah.
know also the different learning style of your children and how they deal also with their gadgets.
Right, right. I love
So
that. So you're in the Llamas household, it's learning. Learners talaga ang Llamases. You
pero
are actually
after
passing down
that,
the learning.
30 minutes na yun. Yeah.
But
But
it's cool.
after, they're on their own. I also, Yeah, 'di ba? Parang
Yeah.
they have their own. Like Natalia, 'di ba? She likes designing in Canva. She uses Canva. That's her ano naman. That's her she likes designing, decorating. The other one likes video editing. Oh, so with their fandom and that stuff. So
Yeah.
and you get to parang enjoy. So you get to bond by getting to know them based from what they also
Yeah.
want. So for
Okay,
me,
I think that's a second one. From gadgets, bonding. The
yeah,
second one is to actually get to know the kids' interests. So like before, when Zach was young, like my co-parents in his school were saying, how do we bond with our kids who are different gender than us? So like it was hard to bond with the boys because their interests are different from what we naturally are interested in.
that's
So for
true.
example, Zach at the time was into kunyari, soccer, and then Minecraft. Minecraft was new. And at the time we were seeing video games as a bad thing. So all
Yeah.
the moms were getting stressed. What's Minecraft? What's Minecraft? But when you actually delve deeper or you learn about Minecraft, it's like Lego in a way, diba? Online. So um, if we judge it, then we close off that opportunity to bond with them in that
Yeah.
aspect that they're interested in. So sayang naman. So I think because we're going into their world, the bonding factor increases, diba? Like the bonding opportunity increases because they feel heard and seen. And also you get plus points for being a
Yes.
cool mom. Diba? You're such a cool
Yeah,
mom.
that's right. Yeah, it has to the connection with bonding. The connection has to come from love, diba? So they feel they're not you're not you can release yourself from the judgment as you were saying or from the fear of what do they turn out to be what diba? Fill in the blank. So there's fear there. So and then you just behind the fear you just look at your child. Oh wow, he's enjoying. Don't you want that? Like he's laughing, he's strategizing,
Yeah.
he's learning to he's playing with other people. But of course, the boundaries, that's also one topic that you have to like set lang boundaries, like how much time will you spend there, and then like of course, like etiquette with online also. You don't give personal information, things like that.
Yeah.
It also helping them to relate. So even if we're not there, they know how to they can
Yeah.
self-regulate. So we just
Okay.
provide the content for them.
So in terms of bonding with what your child is interested in,
Yeah.
um, so if even if different gender, as long as it comes from love, and then you just see it as a form of showing love to your child or to your husband or to whoever your loved one,
Yeah.
then it will naturally flow. Like for example, although I'm guilty because for example, my husband is into basketball, and
Yeah.
I'm really not interested in basketball. But sometimes you just kunyari na lang, you pretend, di ba? Like,
Yeah.
oh, what's your favorite team? Like that. But actually, it's hard to relate. But a bit of effort, I think, goes a long way.
Yeah.
Um, so, how about you? Have you been able to, are there things that your children have done na parang, how do I connect with them? Because it's
Yeah.
so
Well,
different
it's so
normally.
different. Like Martina with she watches mga Minecraft streamers. So the
Mm.
gamers. So that's her ano. And then she edits from their video. But and I honestly I'm so tita, but I get hilo with Minecraft because it's so fast. So I can
Yeah.
only stay for a while because and she knows. So I'm like, so the few times that like I would stay with her, I was just like, I can't look because I get dizzy. And she's like, Mom, So they get to laugh at me, I get to laugh at myself. So that's already,
Yeah. Keep it
you
fun.
get to bond, you get to import, yeah, to keep it fun. So,
Yeah. Or like for me, for
and then
example,
I don't
Reese naman
understand
is
like some.
into, yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go. Reese is into.
Reese naman she's into BTS. So parang I got engrossed in it too. So now that's our bonding time. Kasi before, I
Yeah,
was also one of those
exactly.
na parang, what's that? K-pop. And they're all colored hair and things like that. Di ba?
Yeah.
Parang judgy na parang I didn't, fine. I like their songs though. And then the more, I'm also a music person. So the more that I would listen to the songs, and then I think I just watched one video with her on Run BTS. I just watched one video and I was hooked. And after that, that was our bonding time. And now we buy the
Yeah.
concert tickets and we look at merch and catch up on each other's cuentos about what was posted to be.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then,
I love it. It's a really
yeah,
our
and then that's a
connection time.
connection.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah. So
Yes.
again, we
Thank
that's
God for
harping
those things.
on no judgment. If I kept my judgment hat on, I wouldn't even have opened up this doorway to her. And she's a teen, so it's a bit hard to
And
connect. Very secretive, diba? So, Kit, how else can we bond with our kids in these times?
board games. Recent discovery and cards. Yung talagang the things
Mm,
that we would play also growing up. So even Scrabble, we
yeah.
discovered there was a box of Scrabble game, but it's electronic. It's so much
Oh,
fun.
cool.
Timed siya. So yung mga discovery na gano'n na and card games kasi
Yeah.
with doon na test din our they learn how to deal with people taunting them, or teasing
Ah,
them. Kasi nowadays, di ba, parang we don't have, there's no school, di ba? Pero, and you don't have, like, usually kasi at home, parang it's a safe space. So you can, like, you can be safe in, not naman bullying, but more of like,
teasing. Like teasing.
teasing, yeah, teasing. And then how do you respond when you're being teased, di ba? It's training
Yeah.
also for them that they don't get pikon, or,
Yeah, sa
they
bawal
don't
pikon.
pikon. And then if how funny, because you observe your children also when they're negotiating with each other. It's
Yeah.
interesting how they would like negotiate in the different games. Or even because, di ba, parang with us, well, traditional families would like, pag ate, di ba? Parang no one can,
Yeah.
the ate. Pero
Yes.
now, they're learning na it doesn't matter if you're young or you're older, or you're younger, you're older. It's a game, di ba? Parang there's, they learn also that to see each other as equals. It's not,
Yeah.
just because you're the firstborn, you have privileges. So you're also deconstructing that, and then
Yeah. And
you're
imagine the connections that happens when you di ba the teasing and
yeah,
the
the
laughter connect.
laughter,
Yeah.
yeah, healthy teasing naman. Of course, there's
Healthy
no,
teasing.
yeah, healthy teasing.
Okay, maybe I can ask you quickly about what to do if your kids pick on. Like, of course, like sometimes it goes overboard, and
Yeah,
what if the teasing goes over and then some kids feel like they're being bullied, or they get pick on, or they feel bad, or
yeah,
maybe they're too young to regulate as well. Like how,
yeah.
as parents, how do we manage that kind of situations?
So when, number one, as parents, we cannot, we're not judge. Okay, we can't say, just because he's younger, or you take sides. So you're not going to judge, you're just going to broadcast, like you're a broadcaster. You're just
Mhm.
naming what happened. Okay, so give them a chance of what happened and connect with their feelings. Oh, oh, stop first. Okay, so something's not going on. Something's going on here. Let's see.
Yeah.
So what do you think happened? And then just allow them to talk, but they can't. You can't. You can't like take any sides or who's right or who's wrong or who made Picon first or not, because it's not. It's not a rule. It's their role to to negotiate or to
Yeah.
learn how to get together. So and then you know before the teasing comes, if you already know that kunwari this child has a tendency to bully,
Tendency.
yeah, before you even start the game, you set the rules, diba? Parang
Yeah.
just just okay, take turns, okay, watch your language, what else, how can we play this, so because we all want to have fun. So even before you start the game, you set the ground rules, and you
Ground rule.
already, yeah, you already predict, if you can already tell, diba, that the other person is going overboard, so you intervene already.
You nip it in the bud like that.
Yes, you nip it in the bud, because you already know, but the other one might be, has tears now, parang, they're already getting, So, um, you pause the game, like, okay, let's have snacks or something. Okay, so you just break the energy. Just
Yeah.
shift the energy lang so it doesn't get focused on the person who's still managing who's learning how to still regulate their emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, their
I love
feelings.
that. I think that's the conscious parenting way that you're
Yeah.
teaching, because we were not, di ba, in normal households or in traditional households, the parents really step in and say, oh, ate, pagbigyan mo na si ganyan. Eh,
Ah, yeah.
oh my God. Ah,
Yeah. That's where favoritism comes. And then,
wounds and the
yeah,
hurt
the inner child
in their
department.
child. Yeah. Or
That's gonna get,
feeling like you have to compromise what you feel, like invalid
yes.
feelings and stuff. So as parents, we have to watch out for that. That's so interesting. That's another topic entirely. Uh,
Yes.
I love it how you talk about, that's a way of teaching our kids to regulate themselves and to learn social skills, especially now that
Yeah,
we are
especially.
all away from our normal routines of socializing.
So also recognize that there's all feelings are valid, diba? So
Yeah.
make them feel that what they're feeling is valid. So
Yeah.
hindi yung, ay, iyak ka na naman,
Yeah.
you're
Ito naman, pikon. Pikon na lang lagi.
pikon, talo, di ba? Parang, because you're still,
Ah,
they need to, they need to feel that. Then you
that's what
recognize,
we used to hear, diba, all the time. It may
yeah,
cultural also.
it's
Ang
very good.
pikon, talo, or whatever.
Talo, oh. Tapos, then you tease and you're invalidating the feeling of the other person. It's just, okay, so and
Yeah.
the other person naman also, you don't also parang make them feel like they're on the wrong. Because you need that skill also, di ba? You need also that skill that sometimes
Right,
if
right.
competition, to be competitive is also it's a strength, di ba?
Motivator. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, okay, parang a warning, okay? So that's where the agreements come in na. Okay, so with us, like, kung number 5 na, the other person will say, number 5, ibig sabihin, I'm already, it's too much.
Oh, there's a scale. You have a scale.
Yeah,
1 to
that's the
5.
scale. Kunwari, like,
Ah.
even in Yaki, pag medyo over na yung daddy jokes niya, Martina would just say, 4, 4, 4. And then Iñaki, you're like, okay.
Yes. Oh, for the record, Iñaki Llamas is
Now you're
Kit's
on the,
better half.
it's
He, and he is a joker to the max. Every
the
sentence is a
daddy
joke,
joke.
guys. And if you wanna know Iñaki, you can go on our Daddy Mundo events. We'll get to know Iñaki. And it's no joke. It's no joke. He's a joker. I've never seen
Yeah.
anybody like
The
him na
puns, diba? I still want to get the board game about your puns.
the board
A card
game.
game
The
ba yun?
fun. Yeah. When I come home, I will bring one for you.
Yeah,
Okay, so
so
that's the 3 ways. It's really interesting So maybe before we close, I want to have this opportunity to talk about your bonding with your family the last time you had the trip. I think it's really unique, and I know people who do that on a regular basis. I've done it maybe twice in our whole family history, which is not enough. But for your family, you had a family meeting during
Yeah.
your last trip. So can you share
Yeah.
with us, because that's another way to bond, and it's bonding that's productive and will actually connect you all the way, the whole year, if it's like
Yeah.
an annual planning, right? So how did it come about, your family meeting?
Okay, so since in our clubhouse, in Camp Explore Clubhouse, we teach the 7 habits of highly effective people. So for families, one of the there is you create your family mission statement or your purpose mission statement, your values, we haven't really done that since the kids, if they're young kasi, di ba, parang, they still can't really express. But now at their age, they're 10 and 14. So we decided, oh, we can have a um, family mission statement, right?
Discussion, yeah.
Discussion about it. But we know, especially syempre our kids, they won't buy into it naman right away. So we decided, sige, let's go out of town. But we'll be transparent naman with our agenda also.
Yeah.
But of course, you have to connect with them first and do the things that they like doing first. So we went out of town, and then the whole day we were just, puro bonding lang. We swam,
Yeah.
and then we just no agenda last. And then we told them, okay, before the day ends, tonight, our time naman also. Syempre may mga whining, no, we're not.
Yeah.
And then we said it's gonna be quick, it's just questions, and so we had 10 questions, and then 2 minutes per question, parang guide questions lang, and then they'd answer it. So, and then after that, you'll share your answers. Then after the first question, I think what broke the ice, because one of the question is, who would you like walk a high beam for? Parang who would you risk
Yeah.
for and then Martina, my eldest, said she was the first one who answered. I thought for the family, diba? Kasi she
Yeah.
answered Natalia. Parang, and then Natalia really felt like, me? And then
Yeah.
she said, but sorry, mama, papa, you can take care of yourself already. So, but I will take care of Natalia. And I think
Oh.
that made Natalia really feel, so I said, you can really see she was like
Yeah.
shocked that uh she was the
Her
only
sister
one
chose
that yeah,
her.
she said so. And then after that, they wanted to hear each other's answers already. And then
Yeah.
so we went to that, and then sila na rin, parang they leaned onto the space already. I think it's also helpful if you have like a bonding session muna before the agenda. Agenda less muna before the
Yeah. Yeah.
agenda.
Yeah.
To just provide that safe space. And then it became so uh an eye opener also for us, because there are values that I didn't even think of that is important to them, like being calm. I didn't know like that's like a
Oh.
value for them. Calm is a value for them.
So they
So
want a calm atmosphere? Is
yeah,
that it?
yeah, and
Yeah.
acceptance. Yung things that are parang, syempre, my is like responsibility,
Yeah.
discipline. And then there's this acceptance, calm. So you get to really
Oh.
see also what's important for them. And then from there, we formed our agreements na. So it's so easy now when there are conflicts at home, because it's not personal anymore. Like I'm not getting mad at you. It's like this is our agreement as a family. So di ba we agreed upon it? So okay, fine. So there's already
Yeah.
the family's mission statement is like it's like your depersonalizes the feelings, or when you're having
Yeah.
conflict, there's a document here that so
Yeah.
that's why it's important, and you use it for playing the game. Okay, we want to
Yeah.
create this, okay, just a reminder, diba? So um it helps also to self-regulate and to have like the concept that we are a family, diba? That
Yeah. Yeah.
these
And
are
at least everyone's able to express how they can be supported throughout the
yeah,
year, their
yeah.
goals and things like that. How long did it take you to come up with your mission statement?
So it was the whole thing is like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, keep it short and lots of whatever they want. So we had their favorite snacks there.
Yeah.
So it helps to to just provide the environment so they would stay longer. And then after that, the final mission statements, syempre, magaling na sila. They said, I don't want to write it anymore. I'll just put it in Canva. So they created na in Canva,
Yeah.
and then the document. So they designed it na rin, and then they just showed us. So yeah, it becomes,
That's
and
so
also
nice.
where they're good at also. Their strengths
Yeah.
come out.
They
So
really owned it also, right? Make it their own. Okay,
yeah.
so in terms of that's an amazing bonding. That's like maybe the ultimate bonding activity other than traveling. Traveling kasi 'di ba usually what we
Yeah,
do.
it's helpful if like all families just have that experience, because
Yeah.
when you travel now, di ba sometimes when, well, limited traveling na nga, pero you need a vacation after a vacation.
Yeah.
And then even
Right.
during the vacation, families are fighting, or they're just also
Yeah.
indoors and then they're just watching TV. So sayang naman
Yeah.
those moments. It also
True.
helps you help them imagine. Um, so it's a time of they've experienced, it's a special time for them because they experienced a pandemic, they were growing up in the pandemic.
Yeah.
I try to paint a picture for them after this pandemic. What do you want to change? So while we're still together. And then, the other day nga parang, they were computing already. How old will you be? How old will I be when,
Yeah.
kunwari, they were saying, if, so they're always, if mama, if we get married. Okay, I know, I don't have problems if you don't want to get married. That's up to you. But if we get
Yeah.
married, I don't want to get married until I'm 30. And then we're going, how old will you be, mama? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm 70 na ako.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they were like, why did you get married so late? Why did you get married so late? You should have gotten married when you're young. And then, so they felt also, now they have a concept of, wow, we really have to treasure our present moment because,
Yeah.
mama, you're gonna be old. I'm like, yeah, okay, rub it in. So,
Yeah, kasi hindi halata because you look young and then they think you'll be young forever. Actually, kids think we're gonna be young forever, I think also.
yeah, di ba? Parang
Yeah.
like, and I tell them, like, look at Lolly. She's still, she's still
Yeah.
healthy. So, because the other one felt sad. Na parang, that's so old. I go, look at Lolly. She's still healthy.
Active. Yeah.
That's why. And then now, they make me accountable for my own health. So they support me, when
Ah,
I want to eat healthy. Um, before, like, parang now
yeah.
they also have a buy-in already, okay? Because, we want to grow old
We want to
together,
grow
right?
old.
And we want
Yeah.
to be healthy. You don't want me to be, don't want me to feed me.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, I don't want to burden you guys with taking care of me. I want to make sure
Right.
I'm not, you're not, I'm not your responsibility. That's also one thing that I want my children now to tell them. Kasi di ba parang
Yeah.
we always, there's a, parang when you're old, you take care of me, ganyan. That's
Yeah.
but I don't want them to like put that burden to
Yeah, I
them.
also tell my kids that.
Diba? And I
Yeah.
don't know if you'll have your own family. You take care of your children if you're gonna have children.
Yeah.
You take care of them. I'm your least priority already because that's my responsibility. That's not your
Yeah.
responsibility. So,
Yeah.
bonus talaga.
Agree. That's
Diba?
what we also have to change, I guess, in our traditional setting. We're in some families I know in the olden years, they would have kids so that maraming mag-aalaga. 'Di ba?
Diba?
Parang the more the kids, the more mag-aalaga sa kanila. I'm like, okay. So, well, for me, that's also not how I think. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's how you think, then maybe try to see the value in that too and
Yeah.
putting the burden on the children. So, but then with our topic today, bonding, I think that's such an interesting story. Thank you for sharing. Maybe that's something we can talk about in a workshop in Mommy Mundo, how to
Yes.
have a planning session with your family. Or
Guys.
maybe, yeah, and guide questions and all that. If your kids are already of that age, then why not? It's something also that can be passed on to their own families eventually, right?
Yeah, if they're younger, you can make it into games. You can
Yeah.
pictures, diba? Parang it's
Yeah.
also a creative exercise. And you'll be
Yeah.
surprised parang how they can understand it also. Even if,
True, true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Kit, thank you for this discussion. As usual, I learned a lot from you.
Thank you. This is fun. More on.
Okay. So with that, thank you for listening to another episode of You the Mom podcast. If you have any suggestions on topics that you'd like us to discuss, just email us at hello@mommymundo.com or send us a DM on our Mommy Mundo social media accounts. See you next time.